What up, guys? We're back with a blessed breakdown brought to you by Steak. UFC heads to the Sphere in Las Vegas, Nevada this weekend for Noche 306. Crazy event. It's gonna be insane. Dana been hyping it. My fellow Steak ambassador Alexa Grasso is taking on Valentina Shevchenko for the third time in the co-main event. My friends at Steak are offering double winnings if Alexa finish the fight in the 4th or 5th round. So don't miss out, guys. Sign up on Stake. Use my code BLESSED306 and get a 200% bonus on your first deposit. Let's go, guys. Let's get into this card. Let's see what it's about. Look, guys, I'm gonna start at this fight right here, the third fight, the third bout. These flyweights and this lightweight, I'm not really familiar with these guys, so we gotta go ahead and jump up to the third bout. Guys, that one guy I'm super familiar of because I got the shit Octagon with, man, and another guy that's on the come up. Exciting fighters, both are. And I mean, in my last breakdown, they were supposed to fight. We kind of broke down. This fight fell through, but now it's here. It's in the Sphere. Mexican Independence Day weekend. It's gonna be insane. I know they both of these guys got Mexican ties. They both got the Mexican warrior spirit in them. They're both tough. They're both gritty. They're both finishers. It's gonna be an exciting fight, man. I think what Diego got to look out for the most in this fight, what he needs to look out for is don't get too carried away if you start, getting the better of Brian Ortega. Because how much times did we see Brian Ortega have things not going his way until it does? Like I said in the last breakdown for this fight, I talked about how Brian Ortega had this crazy stat of he was like yeah, it's almost like somebody compared him to Babe Ruth. Like he had so many strikeouts, but then he also had a lot of home runs. So at the end of the day, I think this fight is going to be super exciting for the fans, like crazy exciting for the fans. I think you guys are in for the treat. Diego's a fast starter. Ortega's a slow starter, and it just shows Diego he just comes forward all the time. He's gonna come forward all the time. He's gonna be in Brian Ortega's face. The only thing that, like I said earlier, is that he just needs to watch himself. I know he has great jiu-jitsu. He talked about doing jiu-jitsu since he was 5 years old. Brian Ortega, of course, has great jiu-jitsu. He's been working on his stand-up a bunch. Diego can get a little lungy, a little sloppy in there at some points when he sees the finish and he gets hungry and he smells blood. Brian Ortega does have knockout power, or enough power to hurt you to a point where you don't know what's going on and he can jump on a submission. But on the other hand, Diego Lopes can do that too. If I was the betting man, that's kind of crazy that Ortega's the underdog by 1.5. I thought this fight would have been an even. If I was the betting man, I thought this fight would have been even. Or if I was the odds maker, not a betting man, if I was the odds maker, I would have made this an even fight. I understand why Diego deserves all the hype and everything that he's getting, because he is going out there, he's putting on fights, finishing guys, putting up tough fights with opponents. So I get it, but I mean, Brian never fight forever, but Brian is Brian, bro. When he comes to fight, he shows up to fight every single time. If I had to bet money, I would lean a little bit more towards Lopes. But the question is here is Lopes gonna get too overzealous on something and try to finish too fast, or just slip up and then just get caught? Like I said, we saw this over and over with Brian Ortega fights. Like, guys are having the best, getting the best of him, and then all of a sudden he gets a Hail Mary choke or Hail Mary triangle or whatever it is. He gets the finish and he ends up winning. So I think and I believe that I'm leaning a little bit more towards Diego, but I mean, with the experience, with the guys that Brian got to share the octagon with, that might be in his favor for a little bit. But Diego's I mean, both of them are they're finishers. The finisher. This fight can really go either way, but if I had to put money on it, I'd lean a little bit more towards Lopes. I can see him getting it done. I can see him having his way and being smart and not getting caught. So gotta roll with Lopes on this one. Let's go co-main event time, guys. Valentina the Bullet versus Alexa the champ Grasso. That's a sick belt. How crazy it is that they got to make a sick belt for them, for the Mexican heritage. I hope they put this belt around whoever is the winner of this fight. You know, the odds is close. See, this is what I thought the odds should have been against with Brian Ortega and Diego Lopes. Super close. I mean, the last time they was fighting, everybody knew Valentina was probably up on the scorecards, but credit to Grasso and their team. They saw something that Valentina did. They drilled it outside of. They drilled it and drilled it and drilled it in camp. There was evidence of them drilling it in the back, warming up for the fight. Of when she has this pattern of throwing a spinning back kick, step to the side a little bit and get her back, and she rear naked him. You know, that's what happens. You know, I think Valentina's a beast. She really is one of the goats in women's MMA, I believe. You know, and she does a lot. She had a lot of work, a lot of hard fights, a lot of good wins against a lot of great people. And but you know, like I said, I gotta roll with my fellow steak ambassador Grasso. I think so. It's gonna be a fun fight. I think so. It's a great fight. I think so. Grasso, Valentina, of course, has the striking advantage, but I think so. Grasso them's game planning and coaching and just repetition of stuff. I think so. It can serve her well in there. You know, positioning win fights, game plan win fights. You know, just because someone's better than you in something, if you can dismantle them, and I believe that Grasso can dismantle her stand up, get it back to the grappling, get her against the fence, maybe drag her back to the ground again, and you know, get another submission. But we see what happens. You know, this is a very super high level fight. I mean, I feel like we've been waiting for this fight for a long time, so I'm pretty excited for it. I can't wait. Like I said, if I was a betting man, I'd lean a little bit more towards the champ. We'll see what happens, man. This is MMA. Valentina got knockout power in her hands and her feet. She showed over again. Jiu-jitsu is good. She just got caught that one time, you know. And we see what happens, you know. May the best woman win in this one, and I think so. The fans are gonna be in a treat for this one. Should be super fun, super cool that they actually have a Mexican champion in Alexa to be able to fight in the sphere, especially what they're pushing and how Dana White's talking about how he's doing that mini movie stuff for Mexican heritage, and it's gonna be sick, man. I wish I got to be there to see it live, but you guys know I'm here working. I got my own fight to focus on, and that's what we're doing. So again, Alexa Grasso and Valentina, it's all about distance. I think it's distance. Is Valentina going to be able to stay on the outside, use her striking, you know, anti-grapple? Or is Alexa going to somehow find another hole in Valentina's game, get her down to the ground, hold her there, and maybe get a submission again? We see. Should be a fun fight, though. Super technical fight between these two, for sure. And last but not least, guys, we got the Sugar Show versus Merab. Look, guys, I'm with you guys. Merab is crazy. Stuff that he been posting to hype his fight up. The little cut injury stuff. Him cutting out his own stitches. This guy is a wild man, bro. This guy is just a wild man. These odds I'm kind of surprised about these odds. I heard Sean saying that he was the underdog and Merab was the favorite, which always blows my mind. It always blows my mind when the champion is an underdog. Like, the champion is supposed to be the best guy in their weight division. So how are you making the champion the underdog? That always blew my mind. Well, that's totally off topic, but back to the fight, guys. Merab, great cardio, great pressure, great fighter, but one hole in his game that we've seen over and over again is he gets caught. He gets caught, and he gets caught early. It's almost like he gets caught early and then he turn on, and then it's a fight. You know, like, he still needs to get woken up. He gets caught, gets woken up, and then he finally turns on, and the gears start working, and everything starts flowing, and he gets after it. You know, but if there's one guy in your guys' division, in the bantamweight division, that you do not want to get caught by, it is Sean. A lot of guys tease Sean how he's like skinny and lanky and long and looks brittle and blah blah blah. He looks like this. He dyes his hair, bro. That's just who he is. That's just how he is. You know, that's how he carry himself. But you cannot take away that this guy can fight. This guy can crack. He knocks out people. He lands. He's a sharpshooter. And my belief in this fight, a lot of people have been asking me and waiting to see who I pick. I'm going Sean, man. I'm going Sean. No disrespect to Merab. Merab is great. He's good everywhere. He's great everywhere, you know? Good stand-up, great cardio, good grappling, good wrestling. But man, if you do the mistakes, if you get caught clean by Sean and Sean know you're hurt, he's gonna find another shot to put you down. That's just it. A lot of people have been asking me and telling me, who do you think? Blah, blah, blah. Merab is wrestling and this and that. And Sean has some of the best, you know, he has one of the best coaches in MMA right now. Everyone's saying he has one of the best jiu-jitsu coaches. I'm sure Sean knows how to anti-wrestle, anti-grapple. I'm sure Merab knows that he knows that. And he's going to do different stuff to try and get him down and hold him down and stuff. But you can't get hit. And Merab, he likes getting hit, man. He likes getting hit. And if you give a guy like Sean O'Malley the opportunity of getting hit and he hurts you, it's almost like an 80, not even 80, like a 90% chance that he's going to finish you and he's going to put you away. And that is the only reason why I'm running with Sean. I think so. His takedown defense, his grappling, his anti-wrestling, his anti-grappling is going to be enough against Merab. And I think so. His power, a lot of people sleep on this guy's power. He has power in his both hands. His straight left, his straight right, whatever stance he wants to go by, whatever straight punch he throws, he has power in it, brother. So at the end of the day, I think Merab goes in there, kind of gets reckless, get caught, and Sean finds a way to put him away after that. If you want to beat a guy, to beat Sean O'Malley, it's a guy like Merab, right? But there's always that one thing that, oh, this could happen. And the one thing that could happen happens a lot with Merab, where he gets hurt, but then he gets going after. And like I said again, with O'Malley, you give him the opportunity to put you away, he seems to always find a way to get that guy out of there. So I think it should be an exciting fight, you know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let your friends know. If they want to know what pick I pick here, don't come to the stream and tell me who I got, because it's right here on YouTube. Down, check out my YouTube, check out the breakdowns. The breakdowns are brought to you by Steak. Remember guys, if you guys signing up at Steak, use the code BLESSED306. This is my picks, this is my ideas. I want to hear your guys' picks and ideas in the comments. Let's go guys. See you guys later.